Hello, hello. Oh, today is gonna be a day. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a bit afraid. But we will see what the fuck happens. He is the burger, and he liked the burger. Hello, Renard. How are you? I hope you're doing so extremely swell. Okay, let me throw some closed captions on before I forget. Don't want to forget. Oh my god, remind me at the end of stream, I need to mod you on Discord. Jesus. I meant to do that like all week, and it just went out of my brain. It's okay, it's fine. We're doing the best we can with what we got. It's fine. Kinda, sorta. It's fine. I would say, is this the face of someone who's fine, but I'm not even showing my face today. Woo! Also, right now, congratulations on being our first beautiful bean of the day. All right. So, we are indeed having a very short stream today. And by short, I mean short. Very, very short. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it. First and foremost, we are continuing our fundraiser for two amazing, wonderful, fantastic, beautiful people who deserve the world and all the happiness and stability and shit. Link is in the pinned comment. We've still been getting donations. We're over 1,400 out of the 5,000 goal. But yeah, this fundraiser is for Krexa, aka Luna, and Renard, wonderful friend and moderator extraordinaire, aka Kira. And yeah, just it's so wonderful to see all the support for these two lovely people who both have been through some difficult times and are coming together to support each other and build a life of stability and just great, awesome, amazing things. And yeah, if you can't financially support, that's A-okay, but sharing the link around does help quite a lot. That's about as far as my brain goes for that. It's just a period. I've already exhausted my entire brain power right now. So let's go ahead and get into this horse game. So, we have to talk for like a minute. Okay, so we're doing this game that, speaking of Renard, they told me about randomly, what was it, last week? Sometime last week, Renard and I, we were just hanging out, as we do, and we were watching Drawfee. And yeah, we watched Drawfee Burgoos. Sure. It was the episode, if you're familiar, where basically they have to draw racing horses, what they think they look like, solely based on the name. And I mean, I don't know diddly dick about horse racing, I'm gonna be real honest, but some of these names are apparently like, they be wildin'. Like, if you couldn't already tell, one of the names that we keep referencing is Burgoo King. Not Burger King, Burgoo King. Which was just... And a meme was born. There was another... Dusty Commander was one. I'm trying to remember any others, but it's literally just Needles. Just Needles was one. But obviously the most notable of all of them was Burgoo King. So that's now probably going to become a running joke here on the channel, and I am both filled with regret and immense joy. Swale was one. Yeah. Oh, God. So, yeah, we were like, I don't know, maybe halfway through the episode when Renard, they decided to inflict this on me. And they're like, hey, have you ever heard of a game called Horse Master? And I was like, no, I have not heard of a game called Horse Master. So here we are. I know nothing about this except that it's like an indie flash game? Question mark? And I was told to play it. So, total honesty time. I was going to do like a secrety secret Monday stream and play this on Monday maybe. But I did pinky swear to Renard that I would play it today. We were supposed to do Spiritfarer today. However, Renard is doing this thing where like they have a life with other social obligations. I don't know. Can't relate. So even if we were to start Spiritfarer, we wouldn't be able to play for very long today. So maybe we will still do possibly a secret hush hush on the down low Monday stream, maybe, to make up for today, perhaps, maybe. I don't know. It's been a week at work. Not like a bad week, but just like extra tiring. Because, you know, for those who don't know, I do work in childcare. I am a nanny for a very wonderful, very amazing, but very active and high energy toddler. She put me through the ringer this week. But yeah, so that's why today is going to be quite a short stream, because we're going to be checking out the horse game, titled Horse Master, the game of horse mastery. Let's go ahead and shh, music. We don't need no music where we're going. So today is going to be a very short day because I kind of need a little bit of a day to relax and not even be on camera. Literally, I could not even be bothered to put on clothes today. I am currently wearing a very fluffy pink robe, and I don't want to take it off. So that's just kind of what we're doing. Okay, here we go. Blah blam. I mean, I assume this game has sound. Like I said, I know literally nothing about this except the title. I'm not even like looking down here at the text, not even looking. I'm reading nothing. I'm wearing a sheet. You're so valid. I don't think it does. Oh, should I maybe turn the music back on for like a little bit of background sound? A little some, so we're not sitting here in the eerie quiet. Or I could turn it into like a pseudo ASMR stream where I'm just whispering the entire time, but then also like trying really hard not to scream at the absurdity of this game. I mean, I assume it's absurd because, Renard's having me play it. And what did you tell me about this? Like, let me double check what you first told me about this fucking game. Hold on. Wait. Okay, yeah, you didn't tell me in text because we were in a voice call. It is a very normal game. So mayhaps like a little music, perchance, but like lower that ish a touch. Yeah, maybe. We'll see how it goes. We'll play it by ear. We'll see how we're feeling. Or what we could do, actually, better idea. Pardon me. We should actually do a different kind of music. Hold. That will maybe possibly be fitting or not. Really, who's to say? Oh. There we go. When I don't know what type of music to play, just throw on some Sims 2 music. Sims 2 is peak Sims. I will fight anyone who says otherwise. Anyway. So yeah, this is going to be like extremely short. Like less than an hour. We aren't going to be here for very long. But it's... What I imagine is going to happen is we're taking all the chaos of a normal stream that lasts like several hours and cramming it all into one. So that's, I guess, what we're doing. Oh, I can full screen. Should I full screen? But that's not. It'll be better once the game starts. Okay. I will trust. I'm trusting the process. All right, here we go. Horse Master, the game of horse mastery. New game. You have trained your whole life for this moment. The first step is in becoming a horse master. You gotta buy a horse. Your own horse. Oh, I have things to click on. Do I want to click on these things? Please zoom. You said it would get better. But how? Oh my god. Okay, there. Fine. I did the zoom. Is that? Here we go. I'll have to fix this all later. Renard, I hope you realize what I'm doing for you for your amusement. This is all your fault. Okay. From the top. You have trained your whole life for this moment. The first step in becoming a horse master. You gotta buy a horse. Your own horse. Okay. I can click on you. I can click on horse master. I can click on your own horse. Sturdy, calloused, windblown. Dope. Okay, horse master. A master of horses. A coveted position with tenure, hard won and reward for excellence in horse mastery across all disciplines. Dope. Your own horse. The salesman left the factory showroom? Wait, huh? The factory showroom a few moments ago to talk to the foreman about incorporating some of your specifications into your horse. Immediately, I have concerns. You are alone with your thoughts while a scuffed plexi screen buzzes Some sun-faded government propaganda. Oh, Lord, there's so many things to click on. First off, what are my specifications about this horse? Oh. The Dexo has met your giddy excitement about purchasing your first horse and is making you second-guess everything. Did you remember to ask for everything and in proper order? Is that why the salesman was so put off by you? Let's see, you wanted a Furioso Hellfist, a Europa Trotter, or a Carolina Coffin Breath. These are words. I think immediately I'm first drawn to Furioso Hellfist because it reminds me of Furiosa, our queen and savior from Mad Max. Movie coming out this May, I think. I'm totally gonna go see it. But I'm also like I'm a little intrigued by the Carolina Coffin Breath. These are very normal horse breeds. Absolutely. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? Hold on. I am not gonna lead this playthrough. Hey Siri. Pick a number between 1 and 3. It is 3. The Carolina Coffin Breath. Ooh. Oh, interesting choice. Thank you, Siri. Sure, the Carolina Coffin Breath. Consistently, the choice of all the top international horse masters, achieving horse mastery with a coffer would mark you as a bold new talent operating at the highest skill level of all horse masters. Their coloration is always a deep black, such as devours all light, striking it. They normally stand no taller than 16 hands, but grow elaborate flared carapaces that intimidate all other breeds. There's no way Dad would ever have purchased a premium breed like a coffer, but he's not here. Okay. Can we go back and check out the description of the other horses? I think it's been decided we're going to go with the Carolina Coffin Breath. But we may as well check out the other types, you know? Let's check out the Europa Trotter. Of course, a Europa Trotter. Just like the first horse you ever saw. Maybe you're overly sentimental. Most horse masters regard this breed as having poor hoof formation due to impure bloodlines. But a well-built Europa can still strum your wonder strings. They can range in color from F9, F9, F9 to as dark as 646270. And their musculature, temperament, and sheen can vary just as wildly depending on how well mastered they are. Okay, we gotta learn about the Furioso Hellfist. Right, the Furioso Hellfist. The breed is an oaky amber in coloration with limited markings and is known for an arrogant gait. They regularly stand as tall as 18 hands and can expect a long life. The first horse you ever assisted mastering when you were only 8 was a Furioso Hellfist. And this is why you can't raise your left arm over your shoulder. His name was Cruel Saunders. Alright, well, Siri has spoken. We're going with the Carolina Coffin Breath. That's the horse I came for, and that's the horse I asked for. Dope. Alright, the salesman. Ruddy-cheeked, spittle-fingered, more than a little condescending. Oh, sounds like a typical salesman. You are alone with your thoughts. That salesman seemed to think you didn't know what you were talking about, R.E. Horses. Your father's legacy, the Dexobrimidine tension, skipping your molars against each other as could give off sparks. What is taking so long already? Oh, Schedule 2 controlled substance. The nightly drip is essentially a job requirement for the mastery of horses in order to react with an almost unconscious speed to their powerful movements and keep yourself alive for continued mastering of horses. Now that you're striking out on your own, you've upped the dosage to a professional level, hence your obnoxiously clattering teeth all morning. Oh, no. Drugs are bad. Okay. Oh. Schedule 2 drugs, substances, or chemicals are defined as drugs with a high potential for abuse, less abuse potential than Schedule 1 drugs, with use potentially leading to severe psychological or physical dependence. These drugs are also considered dangerous. Some examples of Schedule 2 drugs are cocaine, methamphetamine, methadone, hydromorphone, Dilaudid, oh no. Today on Alley Can't Pronounce Drugs. Meperidine, or Demerol, oxycodone, Oxycontin, fentanyl, dexedrine, Adderall, philoxifite, brinotidine, concussatine, and of course, dexobrimidine. The Horse Master's Lament. Though the FDA recommends no more than 6 milliliters administered nightly, the generally accepted wisdom in the professional horse master community is the so-called perfect 10. 10 milliliter intravenous over a 6-hour period. Oh. As of 3 days ago, you have graduated yourself to a professional pharmaceutical level. Let's do this. Let's maybe not. Obnoxiously chattering teeth. Okay. Oh no. Sun-faded government propaganda. Oh, okay.
Rebel groups defeated, peace restored through the strength of morale's president. Life is a succession of disappointments. Labor satisfaction all-time high. Joanna's baby bump.
Okay. You heard all this on the bus to the factory showroom anyway. Okay. Well, you are waiting on the completion of your custom-bred Carolina coffin breath, sitting in one place for so long on the dexobrimidine is doing funny things with your sense of time passing / not passing. For example, you are certain that the salesman will have entered from the far set of double doors. He will have had been chuckling at his private joke and will have, and then... Oh dear. Okay, these are a lot of words. The salesman enters from the far side of double doors. He's chuckling his private joke and wiping his still wet fingers on his damp tie. Sir, why are your fingers wet? Who were you? Anyway. Sheena says she's never heard of a Carolina coffin breath with the specs like this before, but it's not outside the scope of theoretical musculature load. He sniffs. Frankly, I've been in the horse business for 18 years, and I think you're just showing off. Grow a horse to these levels? Well, it's like you aren't taking these noble animals seriously. You are not impressed by his lack of vision. There is a reason this man is a horse salesman and not a horse master. Your father despised men like this. He sighs. They're spinning up the nutrient vat right now. Confirmation of your payment will trigger the fertilization process. Between the cost of the animal-grade dexobrimidine, which you then cut with store-bought distilled water and a vitamin-heavy nutrient wash to keep your liver strong enough to process it all, and the cost of your Carolina coffin breath, you've leveraged everything. You'll have some substantial loans come due once you become a horse master. Luckily, top horse masters essentially ascend from the cash-based economy to a place of pure grace and skill. He slides a chipped glass pay-palm invoice to you. It glows on the brushed steel counter. Waiting. Pregnant. Pregnant? A simple palms play and you'll own the new growth horse that will come to define your career, your own legacy. I'm afraid. I don't like this. So many words. The glow of the pay palm flares and then fades. The salesman takes the simple pain back from you and clicks his tongue. The two of you watch the clucking propaganda. He never offers you coffee, that bastard. The loop has updated at least, so there's a brief twinge of novelty.
Another win for pasta? It could happen. Shocking patriotism tips the government doesn't want you to know. Frederick Tugela. Maybe next life. Rebel leader's impotent study proves.
Sure. The salesman notices your apathy. More like lamestream media, right? He says. There's a short 8-bit fanfare. Play Horsemaster, theme from Horsemaster, to cover up the whirring sounds as a rotating cylinder rises from the floor. On top of the cylinder, illuminated from below, is a blue sphere. Is there actually a song I'm supposed to play? Hold. Horsemaster theme from Horsemaster. No, such a song does not actually exist. Okay, I had to double check. Okay, listen, I needed to be thorough. Yeah. On top of the cylinder, illuminated from below, is a blue sphere. Oh dear. Your horse isn't blue, of course. The blue comes from the foamy nutrient gravy. Suspended within it, the size of a pinky knuckle, is the slumbering larva of your horse, freshly struck from the egg sac of its queen's papeldome. Clearly, I don't know anything about horses. I've ridden a horse a grand total of one singular time, but it was already a grown horse. So, you know. You will have had hefted it, and it will be warm and round in a perfect way. The music ends. You are still staring at the blue sphere on the fully extended column. Even though there are no other customers on the showroom floor, it's clear the salesman is impatient for you to leave. Take your horse. Oh my god. The moment you lift the blue orb, the underlighting flips off and the cylinder drops immediately back into the floor. You heft it, and it is warm and round in a perfect way. It has a fleshy give. A breast, almost? No, but rubbery, like a water balloon. Okay, maybe it's just my autisming, but, like, my favorite thing about any time there was a water balloon fight was literally just holding the water balloons. It was so nice, so satisfying. I never wanted to throw the water balloons at people. That wasn't satisfying to me. Literally just holding it and squishing it and flopping it back and forth between my hands. Oh, peak. Anyway, you are moving very slowly, knowing what you have sacrificed to hold this little ball. knowing just how fresh into our world this Frankfurter of life is. What a choice of words! Anyway, you are terrified to drop it, break it. You will clench your hand, and the plasticized rubber bladder will rip, and the foamy gravy will run down your fist, and one scrape of your heel will make this horse a pink streak on the... The salesman is holding the door open for you to leave. Wow. Fucking deviant, the salesman mutters as he locks the door behind you. What the fuck did I do? I just bought a horse! What do you mean? Is it because of the drugs? Is it because of the drugs? It may be because of the drugs. There's a lot more reading to this than I anticipated. You leave the horse factory, still carrying the blue sphere of your horse, with more care than it probably requires. It's late enough that you have to take 2 buses to get home. You're not dumb. You wrap the sphere in an old sweatshirt and put that old sweatshirt in a plastic bag. You try carrying it like you don't absolutely depend on its contents to survive. You try to not draw any attention to yourself. The rides are long. Longer still because individual moments are tending to balloon, you notice. You try not to be aware of every slow movement of the bus driver. You try not to be bored both now and in all the future permutations of soon-to-be now that your Dexode brain can retrieve. Bored plus... Ahem. It's late when you get to your building. We're gonna have a horse in an apartment building? Bro, you shouldn't even have, like, a large dog in an apartment building. Like, okay. Anyway, it's late when you get to your building. The tide of awareness receded. 3 flights up, a single room. You open the bag, then carefully unfold the sweatshirt. There's a wet spot. You run your hands over the soft orb back and forth. Nothing. You turn on the bathroom lights and hold it up. No leaks. Just condensation. Probably. You fill the bathtub with room temperature water to float the orb in it. Water rationing be damned. Even with the faucet on full, this takes almost a half hour. You're so tired that you almost forget to hang your dexobromidine drip before you nod off on the futon. Almost forget. But we don't forget. You gotta have them sweet, sweet drugs. Yeah, this will be good instructions in case I ever need to grow my own horse to become horse master. Oh. 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 So it begins. Day 1. Breed, Carolina Coffin Breath. Age 1, Growth Phase Larva. Glamour 5, Uncanny 5. Pep 4, Realness 4. Discretion 1. The little blue sphere bursts in the tub. Diluted nutrient gravy gives the water a bluish hue. Your horse uses its cilia to push itself around your bathtub. You'll be showering in the sink until your horse can breathe on its own in a couple days. Do I need to scroll out? Oh. Oh, there we go. You have 20 days until the Horse Master competition. You have 3 actions left today. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. So our options are inject horse with nutrients, feed horse, electrostim horse apidemes. I don't know if I want to do that. Groom horse, watch television, hang dexabromine drip, and try to sleep. Okay. Well, let's, I suppose, inject horse with nutrient. Okay, hold on. Let me just kind of scoot on over a little this way there. Blah blam. Ta-da! Okay, dokie. Inject horse with nutrients. Feed horse. Electrostim apidemes. That sounds like something I very much don't want to do. Groom horse, watch television, or hang dexabromidine drip and try to sleep. I guess let's inject horse with nutrients. Yeah. You slide the needle into the main nerve bundle of your horse's central nervous system. It's a full cocktail of essential vitamins, nutrients, stimulants, and selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. You got a full set of these injections from the pharmacist who provided the liberal allotments of dexabromidine. Best not to dwell on how much it costs. Discretion +1, uncanny +3. Okay, let's feed our horse. Many horses are raised to a professional caliber without ever eating solid foods in their entire lives. You probably shouldn't overdo it, but you give your horse the edge in realness it needs to win. Realness +4, discretion +2. Oh, it's not time. We have one more action left. Okay, so my first thought is to electrostim horse apidemes, because we got to tend to our horse. But if we need our drugs, maybe we want to spend our last action to hang the dexabromidine drip and try to sleep? Probably. Maybe. That's kind of my thought process. So let's do that. You listen and imagine you can hear your horse splishing in the tub. You sleep. Your dream is a dial tone that lasts all night. Oh. Choosing to do that just ends the day early. I figured it does. Okay, so then, question. If I do 3 regular actions, do I still, give myself the good stuff and go to sleep? You still do drugs. Okay, so I didn't really need to do that. I could have done something useful. Dang it. Okay. Carolina Coffin Breath, age 2, growth phase larva, glamour 6, uncanny 9, pep 5, realness 9, discretion 5. You're up before dawn to check the readouts from the first day. Those numbers up above are right where they should be on an overall efficiency curve. You dip your hand in the tub to do a physical check on your horse. No bifida, no unsealed clefts. The nutrient gravy makes your hands smell like artificial banana flavoring. You have 9 days until the horse master competition. You have 3 actions left today. Wait, I thought the horse master competition was in 3 days. Did my brain just do it? What the fuck happened? Okay, anyway, inject the horse with nutrients. Slide the needle, yes, plus discretion 1, uncanny 1. Cool. Electrostim horse apidemes. The fan hums as the electrostim powers up. To which end do you attach the electropads, dorsal or ventral? Let's go with dorsal, I guess. You clip the pads to the dorsal side of your horse. There is a flash of current, some jitters, and you remember that this doesn't hurt the horse, so don't think about it, okay? Pep 1, +2, excuse me. Pep +2, uncanny +2. Okay. I guess we groom horse. You shoplifted a selection of shampoos and conditioners to help with grooming. Which do you apply this time? Revelry, Shrike, Grandeur. Let's do that one. Grandeur has a deep caramel musk. Your horse could be equally at home in the boardroom or in a limousine. Glamour +1, discretion +1, and rinse. There's nothing left you can do for your horse today. Okay, cool. So, you know what? It's fine. We took it a little bit easy the first day. Just a bitty bingus. It's fine. You know, we're pacing ourselves. We don't want to do too much at one time. Tomorrow's a big day. So far, your plan is working. You wake up to find your horse walking clumsy circles on the cold bathroom tile. It still flexes its gill flaps, but there's so much decoration as it's now breathing through actual lungs of a sort. The stale nutrient bath makes your bathroom pungent. You drain the tub. Your little horse has lived through the larval phase. This is a great sign. You're fully confident enough to name it. You cup the tiny pupil horse in both hands and you give it a name with a whisper. Bungus is what they'll call you. Hell yeah. No, I'm not gonna name it Burgoo King. That's too far. A fine name. Bungus. Listen. If I had to constantly say Burgoo King again and again and again and again, I would not be able to live with myself. And also, I would probably want a burger, and I really don't want to go out today. Bungus is now a pupa. It skitters around your carpet, pouncing on dust bunnies. It naps a lot, puffing tiny snores out of its spiracles. You have 18 days until the Horsemaster competition. You have 3 actions left today. Okay, let's first and foremost feed the horse. There we go. Realness +3, discretion +1. Let's electrostim horse apodemes. Let's do the ventral this time. You clip the pads to the ventral side of your horse. There's a short, sizzling sound and a copper smell to the air. The horse is stimulated. Pet +4, realness +1. Yeah. Okay. Inject horse with nutrients, I suppose. Sure. Yeesh. Bungus climbs on your chest to sleep. It has to knock this off, because soon it will be big enough to crush you if it tries this trick. Just for tonight, though? It's always just for tonight. It's never just for tonight. Bungus has a budding carapace on its head, and you can already see small whorls that will eventually form its unique individual patterning like a human fingerprint. It practice rams against your ankle every spare moment. You have 17 days until the Horsemaster composition. Okay, let's groom horse. Let's do the Shrike this time. Shrike smells just like soap. It is the soap and conditioner combination of realness. When you're a Horsemaster, you will never, ever use Shrike on yourself again. Yay! Feed horse. Yes. And inject horse with nutrients. I think so far inject horse with nutrients is the only thing we're really doing daily. It feels important. Another restless half-sleep. Bungus seems excited too. You're both excited, but probably for different reasons. The thing about horse mastering is that once you get the hang of the basic physical tasks involved, it's basically just a giant game of spreadsheet management. The skill becomes chaining the right actions in order to maximize your efficiency and produce the best horse. Horse mastery means exploiting every action and every horse statistic. So you got all the maximum combos off a horse mastery internet forum and coded a series of macros to just let your computer apply your actions for you. And now Bungus is finally old enough to try it out. I don't know if I want to do that. I have to keep zooming out. Ooh. Bungus is the size of a smallish dog, but is surprisingly heavy. There are hundreds of pounds of potential muscle coils inside it, waiting to knit and grow. Okay. Let's feed horse. And then groom horse. Let's do the revelry today. Revelry is the shampoo that used to come with marshmallows floating in it when you were a kid. It makes the sensitive skin around your fingernails burn as you work it into your horse's mane. What guy? Watch television. We haven't done watch television yet. Oh.
Revenge on Henry Ford? Horse sales outstrip cars for third year. New study reveals what your teens aren't telling you. Kidnapping nightmare stretches into 140th day. Weekend box office numbers show comedies aren't just for kids anymore.
Okay. Alright. You listen to Bungus breathe for a while and your mind drifts off. Then it's just morning all over again. Oh my god, there's not... Oh, Jesus fucking ass. Okay, this is fine. Until today, Bungus has excreted all waste through its colocytic pores. Now, though, it's grunting and sitting constantly, meaning it wants to excrete its first bowel movement, but can't fully expand and contract its anus without help. In the wild, the mother can easily do this with one of her special grooming tentilla. You, however, must do careful work with the cotton swab and pinky finger until the fecal head begins to emerge. Congratulations! Yay! Okay, do I want to run this maximum efficiency thingy thing? Oh. You press Ctrl-Alt-H on your keyboard. The macro triggers each of the actions in the optimum order for horse growth. This is the work. Okay. Dope. You lie awake for hours, absolutely certain this was a mistake. Oh shit. You began Bungus's operant conditioning a few days ago in subtle ways, but today you begin work with the silver whistle. Good behavior earns a pleasing melody and a treat. Bad behavior? A low tone and the withholding of eye contact. I don't think I want to become reliant on the macro. That seems like something I don't want to do. So let's electrostim the dorsal. Feed horse. And then inject horse with nutrients. Heck yeah. You run your hand across Bungus's sleeping flank. This has been a hard day. You think about how these rich fuckers will never see you two coming. Your dream is something about snow. Thanks to the dexobrimidine, you are able to move so fast that you only dislocate your thumb, stopping Bungus's powerful hooves from caving in your skull. Huh? You play a low tone and wrap the thumb in tape. Okay. Let's inject horse with nutrients. And then electrostim. And then groom horse. Heck yeah. The swelling hasn't gone down on your thumb. The nail is cracked. You sleep hard, clutching the bandaged hand to your chest. Okay, we're lacking a little bit on glamour. You discover Bungus shat on your warm coat in the night. You play a low tone on the whistle. Enzymes in the horse waste melted much of the lining, and the stench takes hours to dissipate. You won't need a winter coat when you're a horse, master. You'll never be cold again. Oh dear. Okay, let's groom. Revelry. Yeah. And then feed. And then inject with nutrients. Yeah. You're developing a facial tic, almost like someone is twisting your left cheek. You try to smooth it out and hold it flat like a sheet on a bed. For some reason, this makes you start remembering every person you've ever let down. The list is terrible even before it is comprehensive. Oh no. You wake up early to vomit a little. It's muddy gray. Bungus doesn't wake up. You have sleep's awful certainty that your horse has died in the night. Then you see its chest rise and fall again. Oh my god. Don't make me panic like that! For like a whole half a second, I was so concerned about this fucking horse. Oh my god. Ugh. Okay, let's maybe run the macro for today. Heck yeah. This is the week. You've eaten plain foods all day, and you kept everything down. Between that and Bungus's responding to its name just once, it's been a day full of accomplishments. Bungus is already so large and hardly halfway grown. It's unclear how large a horse would live and grow if they weren't raised for competition. Okay, let's feed. And then groom. And then inject with nutrients. Oh, our discretion level is getting pretty high. Everything else is in the 40s. Would your father even recognize what you've become? Did he want this for you? Did he ever notice you enough to want something for you? What good are horses? Okay. You realize your apartment is covered in the coarse hairs that Bungus keeps growing and shedding. The hair clings to itself like Velcro and stays warm hours after leaving the follicle. You gather together almost 2 garbage bags full of hair puffs while Bungus watches. Hey, at least we could use that to stay warm. Anyway, inject with nutrients. We groom. And then electrostim. In any project, there's always a trough of enthusiasm. Trough? I know words. I know the best words. There is a lull. This lull where doubt hunts you with the weapons of your own creation. Tonight, doubt tells you that even if Bungus is perfect, they will not let you win. You are not one of them. Given a choice, they will always choose themselves. Ugh. When it flexes, the skin of Bungus's haunches becomes translucent. You can see wet, dark red musculature. Taut, ready. You could whistle the pleasing melody all day in gratitude. Okay, 8 days left. Let's do the macro today. No food tasted good today. The utensils tasted like burning tires, but the food provided no sensation. A molar is loose? Uh-oh. Maybe stop taking drugs, bestie. First thing in the morning, there is a knock on the door, and you do not know what to do. So you hide. The knock repeats, and you clamp your hands over Bungus's snout and will it to not make noise and try not to breathe yourself, even though you are in all-consuming panic. Whoever it was leaves, so okay. All right. Let's groom our horse. Revelry, sure. Feed. And electrostim. You are very proud of Bungus this day. You are afraid that it will be taken from you now. That's how proud you are. When you are proud of what you have done, God will hurt you to remind you that it was actually God who did it. Oh, we getting religious now. You can feel that God would like to take Bungus away from you. God playing a low tone on a whistle the length of a battleship and then taking his eye contact away forever. It is what you deserve. What the fuck? Okay. You lose yourself in running your fingers through Bungus's mane. You are aware of just the sunlight you're breathing and the gentle pull of the mane on your fingers. Okay. Let's not groom today. Ooh. That did not give very good stats. See, I feel like they gave me the macro kind of early. I feel like if I became reliant on it, it could backfire spectacularly. That's my thought process. So I'm okay using it every few days or so, but I don't want to overdo it. You could end up hurting more than helping. You did not cry once today, even if you almost wanted to. So maybe you're probably getting the hang of the dexobrimidine? The dream of flesh-colored fish. What? 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 Excuse me? Huh? You were evicted. Excuse me? Keys in the lock. Landlord, deputized military officers, notice on orange papers. Previously, your landlord was casual regarding rent and punctuality. You were certain you could ignore it until you won. Nope, DMOs and everything. Technically, this is an animal-free building. They seized your dexobrimidine bags from the fridge to sell to other desperates like yourself. One of the DMOs motions like he will shoot Bungus, and the landlord begs him not to ruin the flooring. Hot shame tears. You grab a half-packed garbage bag and whistle for Bungus to follow before it gets worse. Your former landlord says he'll be rooting for you at the competition. Gee, thanks, buddy! Wow. You have only 5 days until the Horsemaster competition. You spent all of your actions trying to find food today and still have to go hungry. You are ashamed at how bad you fucked up, but have to try to sleep or you'll be too tired to try to find food tomorrow. Okay. Wow. Well. What the fuck? Okay, we're gonna run a little baby Bungus of an ad break. We're not gonna do a proper BRB, but we do need to get pre-rolls off for a little bit. Need to get the automated ad break off my back. Have a little bit of an opportunity to sip some water. Y'all make sure you stay hydrated too. Okay. Thank you, Renard, for the stretch redemption. Oh, let's see if I pop my shoulder. No? Oh, I thought for sure. Ugh. All right. I'm worried about this horse. Ben's also on his way home, so hopefully we can finish this before he gets home. But otherwise, y'all may hear some yapping at some point. There's enough Dexy still in your bloodstream that you wind up not really sleeping. Bungus does not understand why it is not at home. Every noise spooks it, and it bleats and whinnies no matter how hard you try to calm it. You make it a bed of sort on some garbage bags and cover it with more. This is the wrong neighborhood to have a horse at night. You just wish there was some way to communicate to Bungus that this is only a temporary setback. You've made it this far. You just have to make it a few more days. Uh-oh. Okay. You are so tired. Without a safe place to sleep and food to eat, you will only receive 2 actions per day. The free library is across town and will take most of the day to visit. Scavenging food and usable material can also take a full day. You just have to keep you and Bungus alive 4 more days until the Horsemaster competition. You have 2 actions left today. What?! Okay, let's continue operant conditioning on horse. You may be homeless, exhausted, and starving, but Bungus's obedience will be fundamentally important in the Horsemaster competition. And so you drill for hours, the whistle, the 2 tones. You train until you are too sluggish and disoriented to continue. Okay. Let's do shoplift food. You are totally successful shoplifting some food from a giant corporate grocery store. And none of the dozing register clerks can muster the energy to make eye contact, much less stop you. You have food. You and Bungus have a little food. How do you want to divvy it up? Divide the food between the 2 of you. You both have to eat if you're to have any chance surviving the Horsemaster competition. You set the food units and Bungus at one end of the alley and run to eat your own at the other while it is distracted. You eat barehanded and your hands get sticky. You've done all you can today. The Dexy is worn off enough that you start trembling and don't stop all night long. Bungus gets jostled awake and spends most of the night pacing around you in a circle. It just keeps growing. It would have trouble standing in your old apartment now. You'll both be okay. Oh dear. You have a headache that stretches over your whole body. You could really, really use some dexabrimidine, but absolutely no one is going to give you any. Luckily, Bungus is basically raised by this point. You just have to keep you and Bungus alive 3 more days until the Horsemaster competition. Okay. I don't feel like it would be worth it to go to the library to check stats. I'm gonna be real honest. So let's do hose bath. There's a hose behind the Thai cheeseburger place. A Thai cheeseburger. I would be lying if I said I wasn't slightly intrigued. You spray Bungus down and the cold water causes it to rear up and tremble. You keep up and dodge to avoid its powerful hooves until it calms into the water temperature. A small river of accumulated grime runs off of it. Its shell gleams again in the sun. Okay. This is strange. Very strange. And Twitch just went and auto-started an ad break anyway. Thank you, Twitch. We literally just ran ads and you're doing it again. Hey. Buddy. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I haven't ads either, Twitch. Twitch can't focus. So clearly, the people who are still here for the next 1 minute and 13 seconds are those who are subbed to the channel, or you've got an ad blocker, or you're watching in VODland. Either way, hey y'all, did you know you're my favorite? Yeah, totally. Yeah, you're special. This is great. Thank you for hanging out with me today. You're doing great. And also, by the by, have y'all seen the fundraiser we're doing for 2 amazing, wonderful, fantastic people who are fantastic? I know I just said that, but they're so fantastic I had to say it a second time because it is true! Anyway, go check it out even if you can't financially contribute. Spreading the link helps a whole heck of a lot. All right. Good, clean horse. All right. I guess let's shoplift food. You were unsuccessful shoplifting some food, but are luckily not arrested. You probably can't go back to that grocery store anytime soon. You still have no food. Ah, shit. Oh, balls. Your eyes water, your nose runs. Horses used to be different. Horse mastering used to be different. Your father was sure he would be in the last generation to master horses, but these things persist. If it could speak, would Bungus think of you as a friend? Think of what you've lived through together. Okay, I guess we need to scavenge for edible waste products. You're pulling open bags behind the bakery when a woman working inside brings you an entire bag of day-old bagels and a small coffee. You are nearly overwhelmed. Then she tells you what the problem is with people like you. Dang it. You have to just keep nodding, and you gather your horse and you go. You and Bungus have a little food. How do you want to divvy it up? Divide the horse between the two of you. Hello. It is almost impossible to hide Bungus anymore. If you needed to ride it, safety note, never ride a horse. You would now need a ladder to get on top of it. What's more, it now oxidizes luciferins, causing the distinct horse steaming bioluminescence that is quite unsettling to humans on a primal level and makes it like sleeping under an extremely muscular streetlight / blast furnace. Okay. Let's continue operant conditioning. And then we sleep. You're exhausted, but there's no time to sleep tonight. To stand any chance of the success in the Horsemaster competition, you'll have to be dressed to overwhelm. You're still wearing the same pajamas you were evicted in. Your unfinished handmade competition gown was lost in your haste to flee your apartment. The best thing you can hope for now is a successful couture heist. The few high-end boutiques that still exist in physical storefronts keep nightclub hours. No one who can afford to shop there is awake during daylight hours. Those who can afford it are much more unthinking at spending thousands of dollars on a single unmatched sandal at 3 a.m. You parade Bungus uncovered down the street for the first time. Cars must swerve around it. Its carapace glows. Its eyes glow. Here is a madness given form that is mostly under your control. The threat is implied and inferred. You hold up your hand and Bungus stops. Retail experience coordinators lay elaborate gowns, shoes, headdresses, buckles, suspenders, chaps, girdles at your dirty feet in silent tribute. The night wealthy are transfixed. You gather what you will and click your tongue. You and Bungus melt divots in the street. Okay. You've made it this far, just a little further. The body is bad at distinguishing between the excitement of joy and the excitement of fear. You get chills that even Bungus can't warm. You keep losing the thread of your thoughts and then pulling hairs from your nose or scalp as you try to work your way around to remembering, and then there is blood sometimes. If you can score some dexabromadine, whatever the fuck, at the Horsemaster competition, your heart might not explode. Okay, let's scavenge for edible waste products. Okay. Divide between the two of you. And then, since this is the last day until the horse competition, let's do a hose bath. Yeah. You shower under the hose after all the business is closed. The rats regard you from a fearful distance. Morning means the Horsemaster competition. Tomorrow you'll at least have a hotel room. Then you'll win and never worry again. Oh dear. Horsemaster competition. You and Bungus start walking before dawn and arrive at the Comfort Inn West a little before 9. It is a humid morning and mist comes up off the grounds. The sprinklers hiss to life and Bungus is startled for a second. There are banners welcoming the 86th Annual Southwestern Region Horsemaster Championship Gala on every light post for miles around. You realize your posture is stooping forward and remind yourself you need to focus on standing up straight for the judges. You lead Bungus into the registration line. All the major houses will be present for the competition itself. I'm sorry, I'm not even going to try to pronounce any of those. I can't be bothered. But this early are only represented by sponsorship signs on the lawn. You size up other horses in line trying to guess at house affiliation, looking for exotic breeds from factories in the far west. One is barely a foal, and the joint between its actual carapace and a papier-mâché extension is an embarrassment that will fool no one. You see a hellfish that's so malnourished it can barely stand in the humidity and gives off no glow. You see a gorgeous Europa that hasn't been fully broken by conditioning, writhing, and flexing, and no, it won't pass the preliminary rounds. This is the first time Bungus has been around so many of its kind. It wants to ram into the other horses, it wants to dominate them, but it won't do so without your command. You pick up your tote bag, name badge, and lanyard from a counter. The tote bag is filled with advertisements for luxury brands that want you to remember them fondly if you should win. There is a banana inside and you eat it. You also eat the 2 granola bars, never setting the bag down. Your loose molar comes free, as does the one next to it. You spit a mix of granola, raisins, blood, and enamel into your palm and try to be nonchalant. What's funny is it doesn't even hurt. What's funnier still is trying to close your hand in a fist around the teeth because your fingers don't cooperate for a long time. I don't like this. Preliminary screening. You lead Bungus to the preliminary screening area. Deputized military officers with powerful rifles and laser blades surround this area. Full-grown horses are incredibly valuable if stolen and incredibly dangerous if loose, so the DMOs must protect smooth order in all directions. A convention staffer hands you ports to plug into Bungus. Its stats blink up on a screen-burned laptop. Name Bungus, Carolina, Coffin Breath, age 21, growth phase adult, glamour 70, uncanny 58, pep 84, realness 70, discretion 87, overall rating 73? Is that good? I hope that's good. If it's on a scale to 100, that's like a C. Not horrible. Phew, nice numbers, the staffer says. Bungus passed the preliminary judging round. Many horses don't, and interns are dragging those malformed corpses to the bonfire pit! Excuse me? The staffer who checked in Bungus shakes your hand and welcomes you as an official competitor with a bottle of ice water. Your badge number is recorded, and you ask about getting a refill of your dexobrimidine prescription. You know how crazy travel is, you say. You're still wearing the clothes you were evicted in, and you've been sleeping in horse piss-soaked garbage for a week. Oh. Yet it's not a problem. The hotel medical staff is amply prepared for the competition, and you won't be the only rib-thin hopeful to have misplaced a supply. Then porters lead Bungus to the stables. They chain it down with heavy iron links, but your hand on its face is enough to calm it mostly. This will be the first time you are apart for more than a few minutes since it was born. You have to clean up for the opening gala and cotillion. I know that word. Also, a mini fridge full of chilled dexobrimidine. You don't sleep, you don't unpack, you don't shower, you just lick the port on your forearm and hang the Dexy bag on the rod in the closet. And it is an ice-cold river that numbs your arm and then blooms your whole face. You are blessed. For the first time in days, you are present in a way that only people on dexobrimidine are present. The current moment swells up, and you see how you just might pull this off, but are stuck tethered to this bag of poison hanging from the closet. You have plans. You have ideas about how you will carefully modify your gown just so. You can see a dozen more things you should have done with and for Bungus. First thing, when you win, you'll get clean. The drip you've waited for days can't finish soon enough. You have so much left to do. There's so much reading. Oh my god. I'm such a lazy piece of shit. I can't even be bothered to talk. Grand staircase. You feel the best you've felt in weeks. You run your tongue over your front teeth to make sure none of them will come loose when it comes time for you to smile at the cameras. You line up and meet your escort. You can hear the introduction of a state senator and the end of his remarks. Of the current administration, he pauses to chuckle, would have you... Of course, the current administration would have you believe our ways, the traditional ways, mind you, are barbaric. Well, what is more barbaric, the nobility of the majestic horse or the tyranny of socialism? You and the 3 remaining potential horsemaster candidates are escorted by DMOs in traditional dress uniforms and white gloves down the palatial grand staircase to your waiting horses. The silver whistle around your neck gleams in the camera light. You smile as though joy is your only hobby. Your crew-cut escort wilts in the presence of your massive gleaming horse. Bungus has been carefully cleaned and detailed in your hours apart. In the sight of the accumulated judges and television cameras, you pledge to treat Bungus with the full dignity of its species and according to all the customs of your people. The promenade. The first event is simple. Each candidate's horse must circle the judging grounds 3 times. 1 walk, 1 trot, 1 canter. The horsemaster candidate may only communicate using whistles and clicks. On the final pass of each horse, its vital statistics are read aloud and the horse must kneel in each of the cardinal directions, symbolizing the submission of all horse under the unified nations of men. It's the sort of event that has no drama because any horse that couldn't easily pass this event never makes it by the preliminary screening rounds anymore. Okay. This event is almost as boring for Bungus as it is for you. It continues to exist because it's relatively low risk and allows spectators both here and at home to begin investing themselves in individual candidates before the real meat of the thing. Bungus passes the walk and the trot with no trouble. On the canter, you can see it wants to go faster. There's a shocking moment where it breaks rhythm, but it passes. You've never really let it run at a full speed, and there is so much power ready to do so even now. You can control it, though, and it kneels in all 4 directions. The knee divots left behind are within the half-degree margin of error. The crowd erupts. The judges give you a 9.0. Easy. For the second event, you must prove your total mastery of Bungus's most primal instincts. You are presented with a small knife. Oh no. With 1 swift movement, you sever your left pinky finger. You place the finger in front of Bungus and wait. The blood and meat attracts Bungus, but at the moment it bends to eat the finger, you blow the silver whistle for it to halt. And with a simple gesture, Bungus performs the trick you have practiced hundreds of times. It drops the uneaten finger into your waiting palm. The 9-fingered judges applaud. What? What? Huh? Okay. I really have to wonder what sort of thing the creator was on. What drugs were they on when they wrote all this? Biscuit also says hi. For the final event, there can be no tricks. Biology and development have chosen the true winner long before tonight. All that remains is the reveal. It is the purest expression of horse development and mastery. You will go first. You whistle for Bungus. It stands. You regard each other with total certainty. Bungus never whinnies or screams when your small knife severs its main nervous bundle. What? This is an excellent sign, judging-wise. A thin pink line of drool drips from Bungus's slack lips. Its eyes no longer focus. Ah, sorry, I smacked my microphone. Bark, bark, bark. You begin to carefully cut away its carapace to expose the milky nerve disc below. Remove the disc and set it on a small plate held by a nearby attendant. He places the lid on the plate and carries it to the judging platform. A giant video screen shows the overhead view of the plate. There is a moment of maximum suspense when the lid is removed. The 5 purple-red nerves form a perfect equilateral star pattern across the disc. The audience erupts. The smiling judges must keep up appearance, so they shout for silence. The measuring equipment is laid out to check depth and thickness, but it's all theater. Anyone with eyes can see you've won. You even get to shake hands with a state senator. You made it. You are a horse master. You never have to and never can work again. The world is sick and ugly, but at least you made it through okay. You did exactly what was expected of you. Good for you. The life your father always wanted. Now you might even ask what kind of life you would have wanted, but it is never too late. But it is too late to ever want again. So what about the horse? Did we just, like, kill our horse? I hope not. Coming soon, Horse Master 2, Centaur Master. Okay. Well, we did it! Yay! Question mark? Well. Okay then. I think we did it. We for sure murdered that horse. No! I hate that. You pulled part of its brain out. I mean, you never know. These are very advanced horses, apparently. Maybe it can survive without it. Anyway, yeah, so that'll do it for me today. I need to go and, I guess, try to process what I just experienced. So, thank you, I guess, Renard, for twisting my arm and making me play this game. I'm sorry / you're welcome. I feel like that's really, really the only appropriate response by now. But we will be back tomorrow with some Spiritfarer, most likely. So, thank y'all for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to join the Discord, check out socials for going live notifications, updates, all that fun stuff. And I'm just gonna go try to erase this from my brain. Anyway, so thank you for joining. I hope y'all have an absolutely wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it may be for you. And until next time, I will see you folks later for something far less cursed. Bye-bye!